Peace. My name is Teray, and I'm one of the hosts of the Knowledge of Self radio show. In the month of October, I had the opportunity to get CERT training, which stands for Community Emergency Response Team. And in that training, you receive disaster preparedness for emergency preparation and everything else related to that. At the end of the training course, which is 3 consecutive weekends for approximately 8 to 9 hours of training, each participant, when completing the class, receives a certificate, maybe similar to this. It may vary in each city or each state, but for the most part, you do receive some sort of certification. You'll notice that the agency that oversees this is FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency. In addition to receiving a certificate, each participant receives one of these binders. And in this binder is a heap of information about disaster preparedness and different techniques that you can use for sake of injuries and, just general preparation if by chance you wind up in a disaster area. In addition to that, at the end of completing the course, each participant receives a backpack, maybe similar to this. You notice it has CERT on it. I just want to show you a little bit about of what you get in these types of backpacks. For each person that completes the training, you will receive a helmet with an identifier on it, CERT. And on the inside it has your work training gloves. In addition to that, they also provide you with a wrench to turn off the gas in an apartment or a house. And also they give you a identifying vest. One of the things that I need to mention is that if by chance your city is in a disaster, if a member of the CERT team is in your community, they should visibly have these items on, or they should at least be able to identify themselves. But such as in any disaster situation, as a caveat, it's not a good idea to open the door to a stranger. CERT team members are very identifiable, and they're responsible for setting up what we would consider centers for sake of taking care of those who may need emergency services from the fire department. So basically we support the fire department in our city. One of the things that we're required to do, and actually each citizen is being asked to do this, to prepare an emergency survival kit. So what I'm about to show you is a little bit of what we in our household have put together for emergency purposes. So that's what I'm going to show you right now. So from what you can see, we have several items that are basically here for sake of emergency purposes. We just got a little plastic crate. You can kind of see this here. And we have your 3-day supply of food. We also have water containers, and we'll put smaller bottles of water. But each emergency kit, of course, the tool, you should have things such as pliers, duct tape. We have some simple items that I know some of our vegan brothers and sisters will be like, no! But for the most part, these are just temporary food items to tide you over until an emergency situation is over, because sometimes they can last for a week. And if you watched When the Levees Broke by Spike Lee, it lasts way longer than just a week. We have some canned items. One of my suggestions is that you buy canned items that have the ring on the top so that you can just pull it off. We also have a can opener in here. Keep in mind that each emergency kit should have batteries. Our fire department suggests that we get Duracell batteries. I don't know why, but they were advocating that we get Duracells as opposed to Energizers. But you just want to make sure you have batteries, ranging from double D, or excuse me, D batteries to double A batteries. We have paper plates, toothbrushes, foil, storage bags for food. And then also, you may want to have a set of flexible straws in case someone on your team or in your family is injured and they can't drink liquids out of a cup. You can always use straws for them. In addition to that, we have this survival kit or emergency kit, which I purchased from Target several years ago. And right here, if you notice, it has American Red Cross. So since they're the providers of these first aid kits to Target, there's a strong possibility if you can't find these at Target anymore, you can contact the American Red Cross and they can lead you to the right locations that carry these types of items. As I showed just a moment ago, there's an illustration here which shows you all of the items that are in this particular kit. Things such as non-latex gloves. One of the things that the fire department taught us is that you should always get non-latex gloves, because if you're on a CERT team or you get involved in some sort of emergency service situation, you don't want to use gloves that people may be allergic to if you have to treat them in any way. Notice that this has a transistor radio which carries AA batteries, so just make sure, for this one it's AAA batteries. So make sure you get a transistor radio. If not a kit, just try to model some of the things in here. You have whistles, you have bandages, and a variety of other items that you may need for an emergency situation. Main thing is that you should make sure you update your emergency survival kit as well as your first aid kit, because there are certain things that expire, such as the chewable aspirin, the antibiotics. Those things expire. One of the things I want to also show is this is kind of nifty here. We have a regular bucket, and you notice that this serves as a toilet seat, and I'm just going to kind of hold this down so you can see. On the inside of this, you have toilet paper, feminine products, tissue. But anything that we don't have in this or in our survival kit, we're either going to add it or have to put it in another container. One of the things that is highly suggested is that you have a really good supply of garbage bags, like heavy-duty garbage bags, because when you're making a toilet, and you don't necessarily need the toilet seat, but you could actually find this from people that supply hospital items. You should be able to find those seats to use. Always keep a decent supply of bleach nearby. And just one precaution, just in general, for those of you who have vehicles, try to make sure that you always have at least a half a tank of gas in your vehicle, just in case you have to evacuate an area. You don't want to be in a situation where there's a major disaster and you can't get gas and you don't have enough gas in your car. But for the most part, the challenge of having something like this is you have to figure out how you're going to transport it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a dolly of some sort that you can just kind of pull out, something like you would see in an airport, where people carry their luggage on those little pull apart dollies. But for the most part, this is how we're approaching disaster preparedness. Other than that, I'm encouraging everyone out there, especially those who watch the Knowledge Yourself radio show, I can just keep this on here. All right, there we go. To definitely get yourself a survivor kit together, bandages and everything else that's mentioned. It's a really good idea for you to seek some sort of disaster preparedness training, because we can't necessarily predict disasters. They just happen, and you don't want to find yourselves unprepared. One of the things that the fire department said throughout the training is that in a disaster situation, make sure you have proper evacuation procedures mapped out, where you meet in case you're not all in the same place when a disaster hits. Also, they did mention it's really a good idea, actually they were adamant about it, that you should get a landline telephone, because a cell phone, of course, relies on electricity, and if your cell phone battery runs out, you have no means of communication. Aside from that, look into any agencies that will provide you with emergency training in case of disasters. Get any manuals that you need for sake of first aid, and get as much certification as you can so that you can keep not only your family but members of your community and yourself safe. Until next time, my name is Teray. I'm from the Knowledge Yourself radio show. Please keep supporting and keep watching, and I appreciate you and your time. Peace.